This is money, and this is even more money. Whether you have $1 million or you're just scraping by for your next meal, we need to talk about something that we all have in common regarding this stuff that doesn't get mentioned enough. And I'm going to give you 3 example people who, while they may be fictional, their stories are very real. Example A, we'll call him BJ. He is 1 step away from living in his car and losing his house, despite having a college degree. He works 2 part-time jobs at minimum wage just to get by, living paycheck to paycheck, and sometimes he has to go with the budget food options or none at all just so he can pay his bills and live at the end of the month. We'll come back to BJ's example here in just a second, but I want to have you compare and contrast to example B. We'll call him Flynn. Flynn is a full-time worker, a mid-30s adult male. He and his wife make about $20 an hour, so it's about $80,000 a year. They live modestly below their means, but they do still have some fun. But ultimately, they're concerned about their future, and they make investments every single paycheck. And they have for the past 15 years together. So we need to talk about Flynn compared to the next guy on our list as we come back here in a moment. Example C. His name is Rich. Rich is a millionaire. He has several streams of income, businesses running, hires people left and right. He has the nicest house in town and everybody wants to be this guy. But he's very irresponsible with his money, and he often blows it on stuff just to try to impress other people. So let's go back to BJ for a second. What could he possibly have in common with the guy that's making millions who everybody wants to be? Well, when we think about it at its core, what are these really? What are these 2 little coins and the dollar bills? Yes, logically, they're money. We use it to pay our rent, right? Well, think about it from an emotional perspective. These monies give us security and freedom on the emotional end. You don't pay your rent so you can say, I paid my rent. You do it so you can have a roof over your head. We look at BJ here, who is 1 step away from living on the streets. He wants money just to stay alive. He needs his next meal and he needs his bills paid, and this money is going to be the key to doing that. We look at Flynn. Why does he want money? For the same reason. He wants to be able to secure his future, have that security, that freedom to be able to do these things he likes and have this fun with his wife while still being responsible. He too looks at it as security and freedom. Let's go to example C, Rich, the guy that everybody wants to be until they find out why and how he has all his stuff. Despite being a millionaire, he lives paycheck to paycheck, struggles to get by, but he never shows that to anybody. He never, ever makes that side vulnerable. But why would he want money when he supposedly has it all? It's that security. He doesn't have the fiscal responsibility to be able to put it back into the investments like Flynn, our example B, did. He has to live in the now and then try to impress everybody and keep up with them all, keep up with the Joneses, as they say, just to try to look good and have that sense of self-esteem. He too, like BJ, like Flynn, uses this money as a sense of security and freedom from being able to stay off of the streets and have the life that he does, although he uses it irresponsibly. And if we're not careful, we can all end up in the same situation if we do not respect it and make good financial decisions. It's not what we buy with these dollars that makes sense. Forgive the pun. It is what it offers us. It's the emotional, not the logic response that we have. They teach you this all the time in sales. Sell off emotion, not logic. Don't tell me, oh, this thing has X features. It does 2.5x times the speed of this other one. Tell me why I need it. This is going to give you a comfortable ride and give you that security and safety that you need, just like these coins here. So we need to be respectful. We need to think about why we actually use this stuff, what we have in common with everybody else, no matter where we are with it, and try to do our best we can with it. Like this video if you took something away from this today, and be sure to watch my other content here. I think you'll like it. This is Austin with the Austin Analysis. See you later.